All right, we are in a very unique spot, not just for the IE, but we're talking the country. We're out here at Quality West Wing, and I'm here with Larry Tuff, the executive director. Larry, tell us, where are we?
Joel, you're right here at Quality Toyota in Corona, California. We're in the back lot, you might want to say, if you're talking about movies. Our creator, our mentor, Bud Gordon, came up with this idea. He came up with it several years ago, probably about 16 years ago now. He was helping his daughter and a couple of her girlfriends who were in 11th grade study government. Two things became quite apparent. 11th graders know nothing about government, and there's nothing around here to study government except for the Nixon Library, and that just covered the Nixon years.
Sure.
So we did some statistical analysis and found out that 85 to 90% of the people in California never get back to Washington, D.C. And we know that 10 or 15% that get back there will never get invited into the Oval Office. So he created an Oval Office and he said, I want to teach kids about government, how it works, and that's how we became.
When are teachers and classes coming out here?
Anytime. We schedule classes from the beginning of September through the end of June. We're closed during summertime.
Sure.
It's a good time to clean up and stuff like that. But usually in morning classes, we originally set up to do 30 kids at a time.
Okay.
But because of the way the schools cut back and stuff, we're winding up getting 60 and 90 kids at a time, which is really impacting us in a bigger way than we expected.
Sure.
So now we put in some tables out in the backyard, so some of the kids, when they first come here, maybe they'll go out there and have lunch while the other ones do the tour.
Wow.
Or we show the schools where some of the playgrounds are, and sometimes there's half the kids down to the playground, and then the bus will come back and pick them up and exchange them. So we always work with the schools the best way we can to make this a very memorable experience for them.
Now, I know the answer to this question, but I think many of the teachers that are watching this, or even students, are thinking, well, but how much do you guys charge to do this?
This is actually free. We're a nonprofit.
Wow.
We do ask if they want to give us a donation, but there's no requirements, no mandatory thing. Now we have opened up one Saturday a month to the community because we've had so much interest shown lately, but they need to make reservations in order to come in.
Okay. So Larry, we're in what looks like a teaching facility. What's
This is
going
the
on
classroom. When the classes first get here, the kids come in here and they sit down, and we show them a video of Charlie Brown helping George Washington get the Constitution signed. And I learned something right there. I didn't know Charlie Brown was that old.
Oh, thank you. So I'm actually now logged in, and I'm going to be the president. This is pretty cool. So I have to what? Take an oath?
You do. So I'm your presidential advisor. And
Okay.
So my
This is
advice
Angela, my advisor.
So please follow all of my advice.
Okay.
Raise your right hand. Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution of the United States.
You are president for about 30 minutes.
That feels so good. Oh my goodness. This is so official. Look at this. So it's like a virtual.
Yeah.
Walking down the hall, there's your double doors.
Oh, look at that.
These different things you're going to have to do as president.
Oh.
You're going to have to balance a budget.
Oh, wait a second. There's actually work involved
There's
here.
work involved.
Okay.
So balance a budget, click on the computer.
Okay, I clicked
You're
on the
about
computer.
to balance your
Oh, wow.
budget.
So we have our revenue at the top, and then administrative, justice, defense, education.
Right.
These are all my expenses?
Yes.
Here we've got 6 pictures of presidents, and they were not picked for any particular reason.
Okay.
But facts that we like to give out that maybe they might not pick up other times. For instance, George Washington, if I ask you about him, I'm sure you could tell me he was our first president, general of our Continental Army, never told a lie, chopped down a cherry tree, and had wooden teeth.
Yeah, except for the wooden teeth part, but
Yeah,
yes.
Okay. Well, most people didn't know that he was also picked to build the presidential palace and Congress. Now, the presidential palace eventually became the White House. But by the time the White House was finished, he was already out of office. So he's the only one of our 46 presidents that's never been in the Oval Office, or never been in the White House. Over here, we have a picture of what Congress looks like. Wow. Where they all sit. We have the Senate here. This is our model of Capitol Hill.
Oh my goodness.
Now the map's not to scale, but we built the buildings to scale so kids can see and compare the size of the buildings.
Sure.
Yeah. We do some historical facts, about the Washington Monument and stuff. But we took the tops off of Congress so you can see what Congress looks like, what Senate looks like, and what the Supreme Court looks like if you're inside.
Wow, that is so cool.
Yeah. Okay, we're getting ready to enter the office of the most important man of the world, the United States. Oval Office, the President.
Oh my goodness. Oh my. Oh my. Wow. Whoa. Wow, is this the scale?
Yeah, this is about 95% the size of the real Oval Office.
95%.
I usually have to point out to people who've even been in it what the difference is. And in the real one, the ceiling's about 3 feet taller actually dome-shaped and has a presidential seal in the center.
This is so weird. It's like surreal.
Now, this
you know?
is really a copy of the HMS Resolute disc. You know, we've seen it in movies.
Yeah.
There is no hidden compartments. I've already
Are
checked.
you sure?
I've
you
been under
okay.
it. I've been over it. I've been
It's all
through
national
it. nothing there.
treasures. I'm curious.
Right.
All right.
But I don't know if you know the story on it or not. This was an English sailing vessel that had been abandoned, and some American sailors bought it from the Eskimos, came back down and presented it to President Hayes. At the time, we had this little conflict going on where England kept coming over and trying to kick our butts. And so to be nice about it, he fixed it all up and sent it to her. And so when she decided to take it out of line, she ordered that the best timbers we save in the desk be made for the President of the United States.
Wow. Wow.
Now, the only alteration we've done to it is this front panel here. This is the same desk that you saw John playing under.
Oh yeah.
This was done by FDR because he had polio. And he noticed that when the newsmen were in here, they kept watching his legs instead of watching him. So he ordered that a panel be placed on the front.
Wow. This is
And
so crazy.
to honor President Ronald Reagan, we have Jelly Belly jelly beans.
Yep. Oh yeah.
You know. Normally what we do is bring the kids in, put them behind the desk, take a picture of them, then superimpose a picture of the president sitting at the desk so they go home with a souvenir.
Oh, that's so cool. This is Joel Green reporting live from the Oval Office. We do have to make an announcement. The announcement is this: if you're not watching Inland Empire Explorer, what is wrong with you? When kids come in here, what are the things that they're pointing out and looking at?
First of all, they just walk in here and awe and wonder.
Okay.
You know, and then they start pointing at things like, ooh, look at the horse. Oh, there's a picture of Lincoln. Who brought these? Who did this? And actually, those are Remington statues. And Ronald Reagan's the one that brought the Remingtons in because most of his movies were Westerns.
Yeah.
And he believed the cowboy showed the last true of the American spirit. We had an open range to ride over and do what he wanted.
Wow.
And every president since his has kept one or two in here. We actually have a piece of the authentic red tape. Red tape was actually red ribbon at the time, and that red ribbon was used to tie up documents. So when they said we have to go cut the red tape to get to something, that's what they meant. They were cutting the ribbon so that they could
There's all this red tape we have to deal with. It was literally red tape.
Yeah, well, red ribbon. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Well, are these, probably shouldn't touch it?
well, what we have here, this is all replicas of things that presidents were given when they were in
Okay.
office. Now, most people don't realize that when a president gets a gift, it doesn't belong to him, it belongs to the American people. So when he leaves office, it stays behind in the archives and they have somebody taking care of it. Now, if the president opens up a library, he can borrow those things that were given to him during his
That's why
tour.
they open the library,
Yeah,
so I can actually
absolutely.
have some of those things that I was
Right.
given.
And then if they ever close, they got to go back to the White House. So.
How can you deny, argue, or question that this isn't probably one of, if not the most unique spot here in the Inland Empire in Corona? The West Wing, Oval Office. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I'm sitting here. There's no phone. I can't even order any donuts if I wanted them. That's okay. Wow, only in the IE.